Hello, chatties. Chatty chatters. Hi, guys. I sound like cat. Hi, guys. I'm cat. Or I don't know, sorry. I was just thinking that because she has kind of like a raspiness. Girl, hello, congrats. Hello, everybody. I'm so sorry. I look, I look a little bit questionable right now. This is like last day of streamer university me. I'm so exhausted, guys. I'm freaking beat. This whole thing. Yes, guys. Oh my gosh, this rocked my socks off. Anyone who's here, guys, if you watched the Kai Cenat award ceremony, maybe perchance, I don't think Ludwig was streaming. Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. But at the same time, just want to say that I made it into streamer games, and it was a goal of mine, to make it into streamer games. I didn't know how I was going to do that. I just wanted to, you know, put my best foot forward, like we always say. It's just like so amazing. It's actually, I feel like I'm dreaming right now. And my goal, again, my stretch goal for followership was in fact to hit 20K by the end of Streamer U. Actually, it was my goal was to make it over 15K and then to hit 20K by the end of Streamer U, and we did in fact do that. We were watch partying the award and saw your invite. Oh, that's so awesome. I love that. I think when we're talking about plots and storylines for my Streamer U experience, I really just want to highlight that there isn't one way to do it right. You know, you pave your own course for whatever it is that you want to do. Oh my gosh. Me and Sarah, by the way, Sarah, the post that's on my Instagram right now is me and Sarah like celebrating, and that's my Ludwig post or getting into the stream review post. I'll definitely have one. But Sarah, like, I was literally holding her hand, and I was literally I was like so nervous because it was, streamer games is just so, it would be such a wonderful event to be a part of, and I was literally so nervous, shaking, holding her hand. I'm like, there might be a chance because people from Ludwig's class really liked me. I genuinely loved Ludwig's class. I mean, he was obviously like, he got the professor award. He was excellent at what he does, or at what he did, the courses that he taught. And it was so, as someone who is very keen on having those conversations and talking about content, talking about the content journey, um, I ate up his class. I did. And it was very unexpected. I mean, for me, I know Ludwig is well spoken. I really admire that about him. I know, like, but I didn't expect his class to be so top tier, so fruitful. It was delicious. Like everything he had to say about it, so delicious, so amazing. But I didn't know that I would thrive in the classes. I didn't know how fruitful it was going to be and how like engaged I was going to want to be in classes. I didn't know it was going to be taught, but it turns out that that was where I felt so at home, like having conversations about content creation, the journey, um, being yourself, all the nitty gritty questions I've always had about content creation and streaming were being answered by the pros, the big leagues, the big guys. And then in the midst of that, I was having really fun generating ideas with other streamers. I don't know if y'all saw it wasn't just Ludwig's class, but also I really love Agent's class as well. He had such good things to teach. And Agent in general is just like a really great and open guy, who welcomed any student and was super happy to talk with anyone. But in his class, we had to generate like a Shark Tank idea, and that was so fun. I went to two Agent classes and two Ludwig classes. And I really loved learning from them. And just getting to engage and ask the questions I've always wanted to ask, generate ideas in a way I have been able to generate ideas alongside creators who are just so excellent and fun. It was so fun for me. I would say I'm an ambivert. I'm someone who really does match the energy of the people around me. But I don't force myself to have interactions I don't need to have. There are streamers here who I feel like are just the kind of people I make friends with and that I really feel comfortable to be a little bit sillier around. Like if you've ever seen, even around like it was around when I was with Ludwig when we were breaking it, we were chasing people down and like tracking Arky down for the money he owed Ludwig, and I have Arky beef because he was doing alumni versus like freshmen and all that. That was like a really fun bit that I had going on. Um, like being around Bonnie, being around Ludwig, Yusuf and Yugi, they were so funny. I think Yusuf and Yugi are such a fun duo to just like always have around. Also Jason, Jason's super cool. Um, but especially, yeah, no, especially Yusuf, Yugi, and Jason were really fun, like people I could be silly and dumb around and just kind of like have my bits and I don't know, it felt really good. So in terms of where my extroversion or introversion lies, it's very determinant on who I'm surrounded by and who brings out that silliness in me and who I feel like I can kind of push the boundaries with without them taking me too seriously, which is great. I love the other three candidates for streamer games. I'm not sure if Jason has like a scheduling conflict. I think that's what he's worried about right now. Um, but either which way, Jason's awesome. Mr. Keem is like an older brother to me. Like he's just so he's such a light. He's so awesome. He's like he's just like the best guy ever. I love Mr. Kim. And Mr. Kim was one of the first people I interacted with. It's actually all four all four of us. Like I've had all of the three teammates that I have teammates or candidates that were also chosen for streamer games. I have weird connections to them. Mr. Keem was one of the first people who I talked to that at like on streamer like in streamer U, and we had an entire like segment of ripping cards together. We did a pack battle. That was like my first night of streamer U, and it was wonderful. Mr. Keem really gave me this wonderful outlook of positivity on this campus. And it was just like a really great first interaction. And then Kiara, this is Kiara. Kiara, please. It was so cute. It was actually crazy because on the very first day when we were lining up to go see Kai Cenat, it was actually Kiara who shared her umbrella with me, and I was standing under her umbrella the entire time, getting in the line in the rain, and we were one of the last ones that went up. I was dead last in Kai Cenat's when it came to meeting Kai Cenat. So that was my connection to Kiara, another like one of the first people I met and had a really fun interactions with. Well, fun, but like it was more like we were getting rained on and just honestly struggling and dying together, but it's okay. She's always been a light on this campus. So is Mr. Keem. Like Ludwig has really great taste in terms of like choosing them. Jason, weirdly enough, we've had a lot of interactions. I think he just like when it came to classes and stuff like that, we ended up having two classes together where we did projects, which was really fun. And he's really great. He's not like we didn't get a lot of time to like chatty chat. It was much more just like fun little ideas and highs and but it wasn't anything crazy. But hopefully Jason is everywhere, so yeah, he really was everywhere. And for me, I'm someone who really has to resist like chatting people up and like digging into them. So I try to have a good balance. If you guys are wanting to be in the know, I actually, when I first started streaming, next month will be my first year of streaming. But in order to prep, it was actually a year from now, a year back last July. I spent all of maybe it was July. I spent all of July like fake streaming. I hit record on OBS and I would pretend that I was talking to a fake audience, essentially is what I did. So I would play Valorant Swift play. I would pretend I'm talking to chat. Any interaction that I had with Swift in my Swift plays, I would talk to nobody. Like it was as if it was zero viewers, but I was talking as if I was talking to so many people. And it really helped support me not thinking about the number because I knew it was zero, but I knew I was just practicing how to act like I had viewership. It was so crazy. It's just been so crazy, this journey of streaming for nearly a year. If you guys want the update on like how any of the interactions with Ludwig went and what maybe you weren't tapped in on my story and my like plot line, I guess, For me, I think first and foremost, I'm a big Lily Pichu fan. Like I think Lily Pichu is just I just really admire everything that she does. I love that she's a voice actor, a singer, and she really is unapologetically herself, and that I just admire that aspect of her. And you know, through her and through Michael Reeves and all that, of course I'm familiar with Ludwig, obviously. But that's kind of where I stem from is kind of like a Lily Pichu pipeline. When I heard Ludwig was here, I think Ludwig is probably the first person, like he definitely was the top streamer that I was excited to just be in the presence of and to learn from, you know, no matter what, I just was excited to be there. Um, in fact, Ludwig was the first person during the open ceremony off stream. It wasn't on stream. Um, I was like, you know, this is a moment. We're all kind of chilling out, and there's not a lot of people around. Like, I'm gonna go and just like say hi to Ludwig. And so I walked up, I said hi to Ludwig, said hi to Sketch is awesome too. And then I think he asked me what I streamed, and I mean, I kind of stream everything. Everything is it's true variety now. But in any case, like I told him, Minecraft was one of the things that I streamed because right now I have for the first time I'm doing solo Minecraft and just kind of being in my comfort and you know binging out and playing it for what it is. I'm just kind of like a vanilla survival, just building my starter house and having a good time. I don't know. It's just like it's a cozy moment with Minecraft that I've dedicated to. It's my first time really like embarking on that. And then he asked me if I do speed running, and I was like, no, I've never finished the game of Minecraft. And I have tried speed running. Unfortunately, I'm terrible at speed running. But you know, and then he told me my first set of homework was to finish Minecraft. And I thought to myself, I was like, I think I'm gonna get expelled. And he's like, why do you think that? I was like, well, I'm not gonna be able to turn my assignment in because I'm just never gonna finish Minecraft. And so that was our first conversation, and it was really great. I asked if there was a teacher in him because I didn't know if Ludwig could teach. Turns out Ludwig can't. There was in fact a teacher in him. I go. I'm excited for you to teach. Do you feel like there's a teacher in you? And he says, yeah, there should be a teacher in me. I feel pretty good about it. He says, my mom's a teacher. She's a language teacher. And then we had a conversation that how she teaches Spanish and French. And I asked him if he knew Spanish. And he said no, he doesn't know Spanish. And then I think our conversation pretty much ended there. I don't know where it went, but either which way, I thanked him for his time. And yeah, that was my first interaction with him. Then it was just his class, and then just being so excited and wanting to be so engaged with what he had to share, and then just picking his brain. There was a little bit of pressure after that class to like I don't know, be in Ludwig's class or to, you know, ask him questions. Like there was pressure there, but I kept on having to like rein myself in and be like, don't try too hard, you know, just be exactly you. And just like I know this is like something I keep repeating myself, but it's something genuinely as a content creator, your greatest strength, like well, Ludwig said this, but you are your secret sauce, you know? And that was very validating on my end. Because truly, yes, like I don't need to ask any kind of question that just seems like really clickbaity and super like something I'm not even interested in for the sake of asking the question, you know? I wanted to really genuinely pick his brain about something I was genuinely curious about. So I'm glad I got to in all my different ways. I think after that chat was pressuring me to like go to Ludwig's blackjack thing. I don't know if y'all saw Ludwig's blackjack. I did want to, but I was taking a moment in my dorm to like just reset, you know, and also get ready for the frat party that was happening. But then it was a decision of like, okay, but in terms of content, like for me, frat party might not be my shebangarang, and if Ludwig is holding like a blackjack thing all night, which it was not all night, but either which way, like my understanding was like, okay, like you know that's probably more up my alley, like that's more my vibe. I wouldn't say struggling, but like the dancing and the partying content is not necessarily my content. Though I did have a lot of fun at the like. Okay, here's the thing: sitting at a bar and drinking beer is my content. Like that was the best thing in the world. I did end up going to the blackjack because chat shuffled me out of my dorm to go and find him, and they calmed it. And I actually did not make it to Blackjack. I made it to the end of Blackjack. And luckily, Ludwig got scammed out of some money from Arky, and then we went on a fun adventure together. I actually picked up this pair of handcuffs off the ground. They were not my handcuffs. I did not bring those handcuffs with me. But I brought them. I just picked them off the ground. I kept them, and they had hung on my belt loops of my pants throughout this entire streamer U. In the case, you never know when you need handcuffs. And that was the time. It was like these things falling together in kind of like a perfect way, and I got to utilize them too. It just kind of fell together, and I got to honestly just have like a fun time with Ludwig and Bonnie, and we saw Yugi and Yusuf along the way. I said before that they were again a duo that I really enjoyed being around. I also had like some like interesting beef with Arky as well. Like it was just like fun little bits that we were doing. So all of the things just kind of came together really nicely. Nothing needed to be forced. It was just fun. It was just like really embracing some fun. I think the only thing that was forced was that chat really like thank you. Honestly, thank you. For as much as I was annoyed at how much chat was giving me a hard time for being in my dorm, I was also like, ugh, fine. I will shuffle myself out and I will, hang out and be out there. So I did appreciate it. But I will say, for anyone who spectates the next streamer you, just know there's already a lot of pressure on streamers. I don't think any streamer here came here to waste time. And there was a lot of warnings from the first year, but just know that like I don't think anyone came here to waste time. I think everyone came here with an intention. And I think it is like, help. There is a level of like pushing a streamer to like get out and go into the dorm, but trust them, They made it there for a reason and they want to do the best.